Alright, welcome back everyone. My name is Yanni and I make videos about college life and anything in between. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, like and share this video so I can get it out to broader audiences, to people who need the advice, need the tips, and need the help on applying to colleges and just getting through their life in general. Alright everyone, so today I just wanted to sit down and make another tip video and an informative video about paying for college, how that works, different types of scholarships, financial aid assistance, and work study kind of jobs, and also loans, and how all that stuff tends to work in general all around the nation. Kind of just a broad overview video that could hopefully help some of you. So yeah, that's the main goal today. That being said, I don't love where I am right now to film this, so I think I'm going to go somewhere else. So let's do it.
I found the spot. Got this beautiful kind of reservoir behind us, and yeah, I'm gonna do it right here. Alright, so today, like I said, we're gonna be discussing paying for college and in general kind of the financial side, and that's part of the aspect. So some of the main things I want to highlight first off is there are a couple different ways that students usually tend to go about paying for college. The main one is usually scholarships, so that's the one that's being pushed from an early age. All right, so scholarships are money that is given to a student that doesn't have to be repaid. And basically this is usually done because of a great accomplishment or an academic achievement that was done by the student. And usually for most of the time you have to apply for them. So there's a lot of external scholarship students always apply to when they're trying to pay for college. There's also ones for the school that you're applying to as well. And like I said, this video isn't just about a specific school, it's kind of all of them in general and having a broad scale and sense of scope when we're talking about paying for college in general. All right, yeah, these are getting way too foggy. So the second one is, as I said, if we're talking about still in that financial pool, you want to talk about financial aid in general. So the big ones are ones that are given from the government and the state as well. So most of you probably already know the big one's FAFSA. So that opened October 1st, and what FAFSA is basically the government gives money in the form of actual financial aid assistance for people who have family income that is less than a given range. I think it's usually $65,000 for the adjusted gross income of that family. So people who fall into that category can apply for this free kind of application, which is the FAFSA, and they could be given back a number called an EFC, which is estimated family contribution. And what it is based on that, FAFSA will determine how much money they could give you based on the government and the school. So another big thing is also the CSS profile, and that's something that's actually based upon College Board, which is the company that tends to do the SAT, ACT, AP exams and all that stuff. But what the CSS profile is, if your school is still doing it, it basically asks for your assets, and based on your family's assets, your parents, and in general, it may be you as well, they determine a scholarship that could be based more on merit for the school that you're applying to or the ones that you are trying to get into in general. So what the CSS profile tends to use to determine your eligibility is something called the IDOC service. And what that is basically an institutional documentation service where, similar to if you're being asked to verify your FAFSA information, you send basically W-2 forms or 1099 forms or anything that they ask for, which is usually your parents' actual tax documents. And what they do is by looking at those, they determine whether or not you could actually be eligible for merit scholarships, but they do that by working with the school. So the school that you're sending those documents to looks at your documents and looks at your CSS profile based on College Board's website. And from that, they could determine, once you're accepted, if they want to, or if they could give you certain scholarships or grants or things that they have in their financial aid pool. So another thing we talk about are loans. These are very common as well, as many students tend to utilize them in the United States, and this is just in general worldwide as well. So what loans are basically money given to people that have to be paid back in a certain amount of time. So usually if you graduate 6 months after, you have to start paying back your student loans depending on what regulations or rules, but I think the general consensus is it is 6 months after you graduate. But yeah, basically loans are something that are given to students. But basically, loans are determined just based on your financial eligibility as well, and if the school did give you additional grants or scholarships. There are different ways you can get loans. Some are actually from the school you're applying to, or that you got admitted to itself, or another way you can get them is from a bank, or another way you could get them is from a bank too. So you could just ask for loans depending on how much you need, and then when you utilize those throughout your 4 years and let's say your bachelor's degree, after you graduate, you have to start paying them usually within 6 months of that time from graduation. So one last one I want to highlight is the work study position / job, and this is where you work either on campus or off campus in accordance with your undergraduate financial aid office, and the jobs you work for and the money you get go towards your tuition to help pay for it. So many students tend to do this. It's a great way to really just balance that school life, studying with working as well, and it really helps to increase time management and help with just general kind of abilities to grow as a person, but also as a student and as a worker. So this is a huge one as well, and it really tends to vary now with coronavirus, but I think there are still many opportunities all around the world for students to do these at their specific colleges or the ones they're applying to. All right, everyone. Like I said, this was going to be a short video. It was really informative. I just wanted to make one talking about different ways to pay for college in case some of you might not know, or in case some of you might need a refresher. So I hope this was informative enough. I hope this gave you guys tips, advice, and just information in general on how to pay for college in different ways and how to go about just being financially stable when you're applying. I'm going to try to link as many scholarships that I applied with or that I really knew about that are big and still have deadlines that I haven't passed yet. So look for that in the description. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys gained some value from this. I hope you all learned something. I hope you all are staying safe, staying strong, and always remember to stay motivated. And I'll see you guys in the next video.